Hi,
It's
everybody.
us. We're back.
Guess who? Just in case this is your first time tuning in, I'm Deborah.
And I'm Lori with Tom Sewing.
Weekly Dose.
Weekly Dose, yeah. We're coming to you live from rainy Surrey.
Live. Is it raining?
It is, well,
okay.
it's overcast.
Well,
It's
you know
always
what,
raining.
guys? It is March on the West Coast. Expect rain.
And it's fall, expect rain. And it's winter, expect rain. And it's summer.
No. We don't get as much rain as people seem to think we do. It does rain. I am
Yes.
not denying that. But it is not the kind of rain that the rest of the country thinks of when they get rain. Sometimes it's just drizzling. You don't even get wet walking outside.
Sure.
And Tom's looking at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's true.
Kira's band concert last night, one of the songs I played was Sunshine After the Rain, and I was like, does it? Does the rain ever stop to know?
The
In
clouds
some
never
parts
go
of the
away. It's the
country, it
clouds.
does.
It's the clouds that get me.
That-
It's just
I
that
don't
whether it's
know.
not raining, it's just that it's those dark, gloomy clouds. It's
I
just,
will take this over snow and minus temperatures any day.
that's-
Okay.
Okay.
So, what do we have to talk about
Well, let's
today?
get some announcements out of the way so that we can get to Tom.
Focus
'cause
on Tom?
He's got some cool fun
Yes,
stuff.
I know he does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've had 2 of our Husqvarna classes
Yes.
that are done. Both of them were really good. This one,
Oh, this one was amazing. Today was absolutely fabulous. Ran over a little because she had so much information to offer. But Margaret did a really, really good job. And
next-
I am big on decorative stitches. I love them. I think they just, it goes along with my thread thing. You know, like I just love the thread to show. So this is just another way of augmenting what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You can add some of these things to it.
great. So the next one is next week.
Is ruler quilting.
Ruler
So-
quilting. So if you're not registered, get registered so you can get signed up in those
and get
ones.
some information. They're giving lots of really helpful information. So yeah, if you're interested, get on there.
Couple of things that's running out of time. Just if you haven't been in the store recently, you want to come on in. Janome is giving away a
Quite the VIP experience.
for Quilt Canada in Toronto.
Yeah.
So you get like a 3-night stay at the hotel, $500 towards your travel expenses, a $500 shopping spree at your Janome dealer. Hint, hint, Tom Sewing. That was smooth.
That was good.
And then, Tom's trying not to laugh. Event transportation.
Be subtle.
Subtle is not my forte.
Okay, you've met her, right? Okay.
A few other things. So all you have to do is just come into the store, scan the QR code, and it'll get you registered for this. So the
There's
last,
even a sewing machine.
yeah,
A
you-
2030.
yeah. So you get that. So come on in, scan it, see what happens with your odds, and you just fill out the form and enter the password, which is also on there. So you're going to need the password.
Yes. Yeah.
And then you have until March 31st.
Yes. Yes.
to
So
come in and do
good
that.
luck, everybody. Give it a shot.
And just an FYI, Quilt Canada is June 18th
To 21.
to the 21st. We have a Kona spring break sale coming up. 25% off Kona. We've got
Oh.
our Kona shelves are packed. And they even built a new one
Yeah.
with extra shelves.
Our
And it's
fabric
still...
shelves are packed.
Yeah.
It's on the bolt Kona sale, not the pre-cut kits.
Yes. So
Oh,
it's,
yes, that's right. Yeah.
It's-
yeah.
Somebody's gonna have
Good catch,
Yeah.
Tom. Good
so
catch.
it's on the bolt, and it is come and empty some shelves because we have more coming. We always have Kona
Yes.
coming in, so come
Yeah.
help empty
Yeah.
some shelves.
So watch for your emails just to know what is when that.
When it should be starting the next day or two,
Yeah,
and it'll go
exactly.
for 2 weeks, like spring break.
There you
And
go.
maybe we'll have some sun during spring break. Yeah. Okay. Wishful thinking. I live in delusions.
Yeah,
We all do.
That's very true.
An upcoming class that we have, we wanted to. Oh, before we get there.
Oh yes.
Country
Yes.
register. If you've not got your country register, we have them here.
Yeah.
So when you pop into the store, make sure you pick up one. Lots of cool information in here. And Annette, what inspires
You need
you?
longer arms or what?
Well, okay, then
They'll
I'll
have
do
them
it.
at Burnaby and Chilliwack.
Yeah, that's
as well.
much
Yeah,
better,
that's
right?
it.
I'm just trying to read it without like covering my face. So there's lots of really cool stuff in here. And then so you definitely want to take and get into that kind of stuff. So, yes, definitely come pick it up.
Yes. So this first class we're gonna the
It's
sip and surge.
yeah. So Baby Lock is doing a online class, and it's called Sip and Surge.
Yes.
Surge. So it's about surgers. It's going to be a really good class. So you go onto the website, our website, and you find it. It's April 5th, and there's Country Folk is trying to do an in-store where you can
Right.
go in and watch it and have a little bit of a party. We were going to try and do it here, but we already have a class booked that day.
Yeah.
But when you register, if you want to register through us, what happens is they're going to do a whole bunch of sales, and you need to be registered to a store in order to access those sales. So you can register and just watch it, but if you want the sales, you want to kind of register through us. So basically a rundown, it's join Baby Lock for a fun and inspiring event to celebrate National Surger Month. Streaming live from Baby Lock headquarters, you'll get to watch Baby Lock's top team of surger experts and special guests showcase their favorite techniques, must-have accessories, and inspiring, I can't read today, projects. Enjoy exclusive offers, special prizes, and more. So don't miss this chance to learn, connect, and get creative with your surger. You might even win a victory surger. Woohoo!
Oh, there's a bonus.
Yeah. So if you need more information, give us a shout.
Yep.
Go on, register, but you definitely want to have us register you through so that you get opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
For the sales.
For the sales. And Notion Devotion on the 14th, that's Friday?
Yes.
In Country Folk.
So if you
'Cause-
missed Surrey's,
Yeah.
which was lots of fun, and there was so much information, even if some of the products, you've kind of seen, she had some really good information. Then there was like the iron was really cool, but the needle thingy or for pins. There was a thing for pins. Oh man, it was cute.
Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance.
I did.
Magnetic pinball. That one.
Yeah, those things they pop up in the way. It was so cute. So I gotta get some of those.
Oh, she's going to buy one of those.
I am buy lots of them. They're little and then if you get pins that look like little flowers, it looks like a little flower pot on your thing. But there's those. Then they were talking about ones that are helpful for your arthritis. But she had such great information and took something that you see on the shelf and not really sure what's special about it and lets you know what's special about it. And there's prizes.
And the helpful hints.
Yes, and the
of
helpful
what you
hints.
can do with them.
And so, really great information. So, if you missed Surrey's, Chilliwack
Get yourself
really
there.
is not that far.
No, it's not.
Put on some good music.
In this sunny weather
Crank-
we're having, nice drive.
Oh, don't delude them. Crank the tunes. You're heading up to the country. Hit country music and just flying down the back road. Don't. Okay, that's how I drive. But
Country music's the only way to go.
there you go.
Anyway.
But head out to Chilliwack. It'll be lots of fun. It'll definitely be worth it.
We have Lori has a class on the 20th.
If you haven't seen my bunny and come in and felt his ears, he's so cute.
Yeah,
So
it's really cute. It's really cute.
It is a sweet pea design, and we take it from being flat and two-dimensional to adding a lot of extra texture and giving it some pop and just showing you how to take it to the next level. So it's going to be lots of fun. So there's Zoom and in person. Zoom is if you're well used to your machine and you just want the helpful hints and quick techniques, but come into the in-person, then you get to visit with me a little bit more and everybody else and have a good laugh.
And for classes, that's pretty much it because they're all full with the exception of the Surger one. I think we're on to the second of this series. There are some openings in the second one of the Surger 1 level on April the 1st. So
So-
they fill really quick.
Yeah, so our classes are pretty much full for the next little bit. We're just waiting for our teachers to give us some dates and some updates, and then the calendar is going to be flooded with a
Yes.
whole bunch of new classes that you can jump on and in that. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that.
Maybe even some new teachers. Go.
He's not a new teacher. All right, okay, so we're going to flip this because we've been looking at Tom, and he's so excited because
Yes.
he's got this really, really cool idea. So I'm going to flip this.
Morning,
There we
kids.
go. We got Tom.
How's everybody today? So today we're talking about a fun topic, needle threaders. Okay, it's not a fun topic, it's a necessary topic. For most of us that have helpful eyes, okay? Needle threader, most of us don't have needles this big, so we got to get through a very small hole.
His
There's
favorite
a series of tools to do that. Some are built onto the machines, and some are an actual little tool that you can work with a machine that has one, or if you have a machine that doesn't have a needle threader, you can still use a needle threader. So I'm going to show you a few different types, and I'm going to talk about them, how they're working so you understand what's going on. Okay, so the first thing is mainly I am talking about sewing machine needle threaders here. Hand needle threaders, whole different ball of wax. Okay, hand is a 4-letter word in my brain, so I don't work with that topic. I work with machines. Okay, and machines is not a 4-letter word. It's more letters. Okay, so everybody is familiar with the standard little needle threader. I don't know, you can even see there's a little wire on here. Okay, and so basically what happens is this little wire goes through the eye of your needle from behind. You push the thread through the wire and then you pull it back out. Okay, and these are cheap, and they break really fast. So they usually come in packs of 3, okay, for a couple dollars because I don't expect them to last very long. So you're going to buy these and then you go through them. There are other ones out there. Clover is one brand, many other brands. They make higher quality ones which are designed to last a lot longer, okay? But they still do wear out over time. Now the reason there's 2 ends is one's a bigger end and one's a smaller end to go through smaller needles and bigger needles, okay? With your built-in machine needle threaders, I don't know how far the camera can see. Can you see that I'm pointing to sewing machines or not here? I have sewing machines on both sides of me here. Okay, with your sewing machine needle threaders, rule number 1, you cannot use your built-in needle threader on a needle smaller than a size 75, which is 11 in whether you're a metric system or the imperial system. 75, 11. That is the smallest. Okay. Now a lot of people that sew on batik, for example, when they're quilting, use the size 70 microtex needle, and that is too small to use any built-in needle threader on. Okay. Also, on the other side, the needle threaders are not designed to work on a needle bigger than a size 100/16. Okay, so that's 100 for metric, 16 for imperial. Okay, the parameters of where the eye and the hook is coming through for the needle, they just get to be too big at that point. This one definitely won't work if you somehow manage to get it in your machine. Let's do a little visual on what's going on, right? Okay, so I have a tool here. Okay, this is actually a tool for working with springs, but it works to emphasize what's happening. Okay, so everything here is upside down because the needle is going this way. Okay, so the hook, I have a hook on my sewing machine needle threader, and when you pull it down, it comes through, and then the thread goes underneath the hook and it pulls it back through for us. Okay, so that's what's happening. If the eye is too small, the hook can't go through and it bends. Okay, now, has anybody ever bent something before? Once it's bent, it doesn't unbend. Okay, so it only takes once to screw up your needle threader. And as you can imagine, that's a tiny little eye, so it's a very fine little piece of metal that is your hook, not this big burly thing or this big burly needle. Okay, so once it's bent, and it doesn't take much pressure to bend it if it's out of alignment or if things are off to the side, it's toast. Okay. This here is probably my favorite hand needle threader. Okay, and it has a little fork in the middle of it. Okay, and the fork catches your thread and goes very much like this fork right here. Okay, and so what happens is On this guy here, we have a V direction and we have a square slot direction, okay? And we would lay our thread over the square slot selection, okay? Which then means it's sitting over the hook, okay? And then we slide this down the needle with a little bit of pressure, and when it gets to the eye of the needle, it then allows the fork to push all the way through, okay? So visually, what it looks like is, I'm gonna go this way now, okay? So the thread goes into the fork, okay, and we slide down the groove of our needle. When we get to the eye, it pushes through all the way, and we can pick up our thread on the other side and pull it through, okay. Now, to give you an even more visual, okay, you get it back to that point, most of these guys also have a little hook on the end here. If you can see that little hook, okay, but that is so that you can then reach around with the other side and pull the thread through. Okay, so you reach in behind after you push the little loop through, grab with the hook and pull out. Most of them, see here you can see here's one by Dritz that's packaged, okay. They have on the back end a little half oval, half a circle. And that is designed with the flat back of your needle, so your needle drops in and then you can use it to put your needle up into the sewing machine. So for those of us who have arthritis in our fingers, or we have big fingers and a tiny little machine, we can drop our needle in there and then reach in and slide up in without trying to get our hand underneath there. So they're not just a needle threader tool, there's several things associated with needles and threaders, okay? Just so you can see that again, okay? So with the fork guy, you come up, oops, okay, and you slide up your groove through the eye, okay, and then you just reach around behind with your hook and pull your thread through, right like that, okay. If you're doing it the other way, okay, your threader is coming back through, you're going in, and it's pulling it out through the eye for you, okay, and then you got to pull the remainder loop through with your hand. Got it? Everybody's on board. Okay, so that's the visual of what's taking place, but not all needle threaders are created equal in our sewing machines, okay? So I've got a few different kinds, and these are the three basic styles, okay? So this here is our standard, basic, everyday needle threader, okay? So it goes down and it comes up, okay? And we have to use both hands at the same time. So it confuses people when they first learn, because with one hand you have to push down, with your other hand you have to wrap the thread under that hook and then into the fork, and then gently release pressure on both so it pulls it through. We take and we push our loop and we grab and we pull, and then we're threaded, okay? So to make that easier for us, some companies have created what they call a one-hand needle threader. Now the one-hand needle threader, I push it down and it stays down for us, okay? So once it's down, we don't have to worry about holding it with our left hand or our right hand upside down if we're left-handed and we want to use our left-handed for our thread. Okay, and then we still have to wrap around and underneath, and we pull it up, and then we just lift it up to release it, and we're through. Okay. To yet make it again easier, okay, most of the companies have gotten to the bigger guys, where you're spending a lot more money, okay, and you get down here and you thread all the way up. Okay, and then they have a little holder that you go into, okay, you trim the tail off, and you slide a lever down and up, and it takes it all through in one step for you, and you're done. Okay, so no more of that wrapping around and trying to get in there. Okay, question, comments, moans of despair, wails of depression, jumps of joy, yips of glee?
Maybe show that one again.
So show that one again.
Well, just
so
It is very quick.
so
well,
we're threading up the machine into our thread guide, trim off the tail. We just push this lever down, okay, it takes everything through for us, and as we let up, it pulls the thread through the eye for us. Okie dokie. That is how needle threaders work, okay. Most importantly though, if you push it to too big of an eye or too small of an eye and bend it, it is toast. Just like running over a nail with your tire. Once you have a hole in your tire, you have a hole in your tire. Okay, and you have to go and have that fixed. Sometimes it can be plugged, sometimes you have to replace the whole tire. Once you have a bent needle threader, you have to go have it fixed. Occasionally it can be straightened or realigned. Most of the time it has to be replaced. And that is needle threaders for you.
Thank you. Thank you. So, I have to say, all of my machines have needle threaders, but I'm just so thrilled with the fact that I can see the thread needles now. Yeah, it's still facing home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'm on camera or not on camera. So
After I had my
make faces or
cataract
don't make
surgery,
faces.
so I still thread my
You
I'm
know,
just thrilled
sometimes
with it.
You gotta
So.
get the tip off so it's
Yep.
a nice crisp edge, and then use tweezers to get up nice and close to it
Yeah.
and push through.
That's why I have tweezers everywhere.
One for each hand.
That's right. That's right.
All right. So
I think.
that was fun.
I know. I
Tom
like
looks for any
info-
reason to play with that.
I
giant
know
needle.
he is quite happy with his
love my big
demo
needle.
needle.
I saved for a long time to justify getting him.
And it's a weapon, but it's never used that way here. It's always a teaching tool, but that's it.
Yeah, so now you know. So there's different needle threaders and those kind of things. And if you're not sure how to use yours, and we have one of the style, I'm pretty sure we
Yes.
do, on the floor, just come in. We'll happily run you through it a couple of times just so you really know how
And
to
I
do
like
it.
the end on the white one that he showed to put the needle in.
Yeah.
That's because it gets kind of difficult with the fingers when they don't work the way they did when you were 20. You know.
They don't. That is true. And then again, if the reminder about too small of a needle, if you do have a needle threader,
Yes.
don't use them on the small ones because you will bend it.
Be aware of what size of needle you have in your machine before you try to use that that needle threader. So
Yeah.
because then you just have to replace your needle threader.
Not fun.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's everything.
That is it for
this week.
today, and we'll see you all again next week.
And hopefully we'll have like some of the classes up. New classes. I've got some ideas.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes they're good. Sometimes it's
They're not.
chickens and tutus.
Yeah, chicken tutus. Seriously, folks. I don't know how an idea like that even comes to a person, let alone.
Lack of sleep.
Okay. All right. Well, if you ever want
And
to
an
sew
active
a
brain at
chicken
3 o'clock in the
tutu,
morning.
I want to see it. Okay.
I'm gonna sew one just because.
Okay.
It's
Alrighty.
funny. I'm not sure where I'm gonna get the sizing. Oh, since you brought it up, I have a joke for you.
Okay.
Why?
It's because we're really short of jokes in this store.
Why don't chickens cross the road anymore?
Oh Lord, what?
Because they take an Uber.
That was sad.
I know. Tom didn't hear it though. Why
He
don't
didn't hear-
why don't chickens cross the road anymore? Because they take an Uber.
My jokes were bad.
Yeah, I know. Okay, guys.
Okay, so there's your laugh for the day, and we will see you next week.
Bye.